All right, members of the culture. I am Ra, and you are here. Welcome in, everybody, to finally, after so long, one of my best episodes. I think will, in my opinion, will be one of the best episodes ever of the greatest podcast that nobody knows about yet. Catch the Fade with my special guest, the Big JB, and of course, Brother Seaberry. So we're going to get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and throw these gentlemen some curveballs here. We're going to do a little bit of reviewing of some of your favorite figures, and they'll tie into a talk we're going to have. Because, we're going to cover it all. But we're going to start off with some review action. So as you guys know, we do the 1 to 10 scale. Anything that is going to be a 6 or higher is in the blue. Anything that's going to be 5 or lower will be in the red. That's not saying whether you should get it or you shouldn't get it. That's just letting you know what the review scale contains. With that being said, we are going to kick it off with the Big JB here. He is going to go ahead and review, let's just call him, Gargantos, but it's Shumagorath, okay? So he'll review it, and then Brother Seaberry. You guys already know what my score is, but I'll remind you of what it is after theirs. But you should know if you've been checking the channel. So, Big JB, go ahead and take it away. You can talk about this figure and let me know what you would give it.
All right, let me give it a little bit of... I'm sure if you're familiar and you watch the channel, you've seen Raw mess with it before. But this is my first time seeing it in hand, and just blown away by the articulation. You can actually move that eye. It is pretty crazy. The eyelid closes up. Look, you make it look like you got punched in the face. Get a little bit of side eye action going on over there. I would say out of the whole Gameverse line, as far as the Marvel vs. Capcom, it's got to definitely take the cake for the most interesting figure. I would probably give it a solid 8 out of 10 if we were to give it out of a 10 rating. My only gripe with it would be, and this might be just me being selfish, it's me taking into account shelf space. It's a big figure. Don't have room for it on my shelf. But I also understand that's a compromise you make when you make a bigger figure like this. But at the price point, what is it going for MSRP? Like 79?
About $70.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can tell they put in the work with this one. So, yeah, I'd say it's a solid figure. Not necessarily the best for me, but for anybody collecting that Gameverse line, I think you should pick it up.
8 out of 10 so for the Big JB. Now, Brother Seaberry, your take on Gargantos.
Man, I ain't studying no shelf space. 10.
Oh, wow.
10 is 10.
Let me...
And it's a sin.
Oh, wow. Let me roll this back, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Seaberry rates Gargantos as a solid 10. So you got...
And I will admit, Bods, because, okay, you have to understand, I've been getting Marvel figures since Secret Wars, 1984. I can't even say I prayed for days like these. If you had told 8-year-old Marcus this is how Marvel figures would be when he was a grown-up, I couldn't have fathomed it. This is amazing. And yeah, Gargantua. Y'all know it's Shumagorath. Stop playing. Man, and I didn't play Marvel Capcom, but I would look over people's shoulder and I was like, hanging out at the little arcade under the University Center, the old University Center back at the University of Memphis. It looked like him. It's like the perfect shade, and like, this is it, man.
Coming with the accessory. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 10 from Brother Seaberry. If you guys followed me on the channel, we've completely covered the spectrum because, as you guys know, if my memory serves me right, I feel like I gave Shumagorath a 9. If I'm right, I don't know if I gave him a 9 or a 10. He was a 9 or a 10. Go back, somebody go fact check me and make sure, but he was at least a 9. But I would say, that being said, hey, if you're out this year, it was around Christmas time, if you're a collector and you get a chance to grab Shumagorath, don't sue me. If you get a chance to grab him, absolutely pick him up. Now I'm going to throw these guys another curveball. All right, figure number 2. Who is it? the Juggernaut, bitch. So we're gonna go ahead and hand that one over to the Big JB.
Man, oh man, this is another one at 2025 from the Gameverse line. One that, when it got announced, I thought it was a fan mock-up. Because, in a lot of ways, the silhouette reminds me of that. If y'all can see it, Marvel Select up there. I'm going to be honest, I feel like Ross said this before, it's a good year to be a fan of the big guys. Because they went all out on this mold. In terms of posability, comic look, I mean, I know it's supposed to be more from the game, but this kind of embodies all I would look for from seeing the Juggernaut. And also those, what do you call that kind of joint on there? Butterfly joints, where you're able to really get back and get those crazy dynamic poses where he's running at you. It's a hefty figure. I mean, this has got to be, what, 3 or 4 pounds of plastic right here?
A big guy.
Man, I'd give it a solid 9.
The Big JB's number, ladies and gentlemen. The Big JB gives the Marvel Gameverse. I want to make sure I got it right because you got 85th anniversary. You have so many of these other ones ahead of you. But he gave it a solid 9 out of 10. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we turn it over to Brother Seaberry for his official score.
All right, I guess I'm going to be the Paula Abdul of this episode. Because she was always a judge that everybody said loud and was too nice. Man, it's a 10, man. Stop playing with me.
Brother Seaberry.
This freaking Juggernaut. Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I whoop your ass with y'all. That's my favorite part.
A 10 from Brother Seaberry. He is passing them out. It's like Oprah. You get a 10. And you get a 10.
Everybody gets a 10.
Like the freaking veins in his head. Like, this is...
It's pretty, yeah.
This is insane, dude. Like, now, you know, I got that one, like, used, you know, at 901 tours, and I love it. That's my only Juggernaut.
The Select.
But if I didn't have a Juggernaut, this bad boy here would be the one. So if you are someone who wants a Juggernaut, go on, do your due diligence and get this one.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've gotten a 10. You've gotten 2 10s passed out tonight by the one and only Brother Seaberry. If I remember right on the channel, I think he was a 9. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me. I've been doing too many figures. Could have been a 10, but I think it was a 9. But we'll see. I'm still throwing out. These gentlemen are cooking, so why would I let them stop cooking? I won't. I'm going to throw a curveball in it that you guys didn't see. As you guys know, when I've already talked to these gentlemen, we're going to have 2 lists for 2025. We will have the top 10, which I will be honest, that's going to rate the top 10 figures. That encompasses everybody, right? From Hot Toys to NECA to Super 7 to Hasbro. Whoever you want to count in there, right? Going to count everybody. Then we're going to have best of 2025. And those are simply figures that could be those, but they're the best that you personally picked up in 2025. We're going to do 2 award shows. That's going to be great, isn't it? Fantastic. You can get your votes in. The voting is going to close on December 31st when the year is up. And then in January, you should look forward to that Cast of Fade, or it may be a separate award show. You know, we're going to have each get tuxedos. We're going to do it it's going to be big. All right, we'll do it.
Can I get a tuxedo T-shirt?
There you go. We're gonna do it big.
Because I'm a 70s, 80s baby. That's how I roll.
So I'm gonna throw a curve on them. To that end, I'm gonna let them rate 2 figures that, although were not 2025, we acquired in 2025. We're gonna start off with my main man, General Vermin. I'm gonna hand that to the Big JB and let him do his thing. Now that he's touched him, he's heavy.
General Vermin, man, yeah, this is a hefty piece of plastic here. I feel like I really got to take a good look at this last time I was over here. I feel like this is in another caliber of figure.
It's premium.
On the same scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same
It's
scale.
premium.
It's premium. The plastic quality, you can tell a lot of work went into the team on the design with the molds. It's a little top heavy, for sure. But once you get it in a good pose, I think it will be good. I'm going to give it a 9.
There it is.
Keep it with the 9s today.
9 from the Big JB for our man, General Vermin. And we're going to hand him over to Brother Seaberry for his score.
Good Lord.
Yeah, right?
I'd get some abs. Hell, this figure. Goodness gracious.
They are from the Battle
Oh,
Toads.
he is there, son. Man, see, dude, it's hard for me to, like, I guess be unbiased with them, because, like, y'all know, this how I don't even play in this realm, you know.
He is affordable.
I be telling folks, man, I'm like in the minor leagues, man. I'm like double A baseball at best. This is some major league stuff, man. Like, you know, like he craps on like probably every figure I have in my junky ass nerd cave. I'ma go keep it a book. Like this is crazy, dude. I gotta give it a 10 again, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the hits just keep on coming.
This is amazing. Like,
Brother
like I
Seaberry.
said, man, I'm a Marvel Legend, McFarlane DC G.I. Joe classified guy. This is the rarefied areas they say. I don't be up there. I be, you know what I'm saying? I be on the ground.
So solid. So you saw that, a 10 from Brother Seaberry for our main man with the nails, General Vermin. So I'm scared to know, since what we're going so far, I really want to know where we're going from this. Let's see how off the rails he's going to go when I bring in the monster of all monsters, General Slaughter, who barely fits in the frame right there. And I'm going to hand this over to the big JB.
Man, it's like holding a newborn child. You know, it's a big figure. I don't even know what, like, I feel like what you just said, this kind of takes a shit on everything I own as far as size. Like, you know, I have one of these up here, one of these Galactuses, but that's something more specific. This is, I mean, everything, like, I missed out on this on the last figure, is, what brand makes these again?
These are made by Premium DNA Toys.
Okay, Premium DNA, which I've seen some of their other stuff. There's a certain attention to detail with the shadow work and the coloring on here that, you know, even though I'm not necessarily familiar with the Battletoads characters outside of the toys themselves, I can tell that they really nailed the unique look, and the sculpts they just did not skimp out on. Like, whoever was in charge of the digital design or sculpting of this put in a lot of work. I'm gonna have to give it a 10.
We got a 10 from the big JV, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, nothing to say negative about this. I just know that we were talking about that Diamond Select Red Hulk and how it towers over some of those figures. I like to see this against some of my Marvel Legends figures.
18 inches, and we'll turn him over to Brother Seaberry.
Man, y'all already know. This is a 10, sir. As the youngins say, no notes. Like, they did their big one, literally and figuratively. They did their big one with this one. This is amazing. I would definitely have to buy a real shelf if I.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, it's time to not put them on the bookshelf more. It's time to be a for real grown up toy collector and buy me. So I might have to buy a Detolf if I had this sucker. I'd be like, if we're gonna go to IKEA and ball out a little bit. This is amazing.
Yes, General Slaughter, for those of you that do not know, stands a little bit over 18 inches in height. He is a monster in every sense of the word. Premium DNA Toys did a great job with that line, wholeheartedly. If they can see it, you guys can't. But they did. We also had Rat Bones, Rash, Zitz, and Pork a Pig in the first wave. These were some amazing figures. So you can check them out at PremiumDNAToys.com. I'm going to throw 2 more figures at them, one of which shouldn't be a surprise and one will be. So I'm going to see what we're going to get. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to hedge my bets here. I suspect we're not done with the 10s, but we're going to see. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the one and only Doom. Made by the good folks over at Hot Toys. I'm going to hand that over to the big JB to admire and then see what he thinks of Doom.
What do you really even say? And we were messing around this before we cut the cameras on, switching out the different faceplates. Of course, our gracious host let me pick out my favorite faceplate to put on, which is the kind of more Jack Kirby inspired. I've owned Hot Toys here and there. I only have 2 about now. Used to have a lot more. But this, as far as a Hot Toy goes, is probably one of the coolest I've seen in hand. Whether it's the wire and the cape that lets you do kind of cool stuff like that. You could really, the possibilities are endless with the wire cape. The face sculpt, the magic effect, the dark hold, the effects on the actual hits of leather on the tunic, on the Doom armor. I think y'all already know. It's a 10 from me.
It's a 10.
It's a 10 from me.
From the Big JB.
No notes. The armor is impeccable. The look, that's Doom. Plus, even without the base. Would you mind if I grab the base?
No, not at all. I'll hold that while you grab it down, because that's part of the package. I'll go ahead and hand that
him. I mean,
to Brother Seaberry.
You're signing up for that too. This, I think, seeing that figure on this base really elevates it, because they had released a maquette with a similar look, but I'll pay that
thousands of dollars.
That's thousands of dollars. I like at that price point, you can actually pose them and have interact with your other figures, and I mean, yeah, come on, y'all, that's a 10.
A 10 from the Big JB for the Hot Toys Doom, which was released in 2025. He was yesterday's nominee for Figure of the Year, by the way.
This is Doom. There's so much Doom I'm scared to hold him for. I feel like he might blast me. Yes, it's a 10. This is an impeccable, amazing figure. Boy, one day I'm going to grow up and be able to have stuff like this, Gotta have goals.
We gotta start saving up for him.
I know, man. I see I haven't reached my final form in toy collecting yet.
Yeah.
This is available right now at the good people at Sideshow Collectibles. You can get your own experience with the leader of Latveria. That means he leads and you follow. Yeah. Or else you die.
And currently, there's a storyline where he's taking over the world in the comics. One World Under Doom.
After almost a year, it's finally wrapping up.
We will start seeing him here in the MCU, because for those of you that did not happen to catch Fantastic Four, and if you didn't, shame on you. If you remember a scene where Sue Storm is addressing United Nations, there is one nation that is obviously absent.
Conspicuously absent.
And that is Latveria. And we kind of wonder why that is. I guess by the end of the movie, if you haven't seen it, it's too late now, as a spoiler, that person that represents Latveria makes a house call to young Franklin Richards. And I guess maybe he and Sue Storm will have a discussion in person as to why Latveria was not there. So now, folks, I'm going to go ahead and throw a real curveball on them right now.
Ooh.
If you remember our Take 5, the Big JB talked about the Super Scroll right here, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So now, we're going to let him rate it with the Big JB.
All right. What else is there to be said? If you saw the Take 5, I was really singing its praises on the packaging, the presentation. We can get a little bit out of the glare. You can really see you could see all the accessories in the box. Sometimes Marvel isn't very good about that. I don't know. It's a great callback to the classic art style. It really draws you in, and of course does this remind you of those little data cards if you collected Marvel superhero cards in the 90s with the stats, stat block, so you can see where he kind of ranks up against your other figures? It's a 10 for me.
It is clearly in that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right. You heard it first. The Big JB dropping the 10.
And I used to collect several of those cards.
And now we're on to Brother Seaberry's review. I'm going to go ahead and leave the 10 up. He may not do that, but he tends to throw them out there. So.
Nah, I don't think this is going to be a 10. Only because, no offense, but I've seen this majesticness and that majesticness. I don't feel right. I mean,
shall we take them out of the box?
No. There's no need. Cause I'm an all kind of collector. However I get it. If I get it in the box, it's gonna probably stay in the box. If I get it loose, it's just gonna be loose. I mean, cool, awesome. I mean, I'll say it's near the top of, I guess, kind of. Well, nah, I can't say near the top because I mean it's Dragon Man is staring at me, and that's
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Legends. Um, I'll give him a strong 8.
Brother Seaberry says that the Super Scroll scores an 8. Me personally, having seen it, and you saw me during the Take 5, I'll let you guys know right now 2 things. One, I'll have to find a way for that to join us here in the collection. And I scored it a 9. It's a solid, solid figure that probably should be in your collection. I'm gonna now throw something at them that this is gonna draw the heat of some of you guys out there because I know I don't like to anger people by bringing up things that might possibly involve scalpers. But I'm gonna bring up another figure. Now you guys know what I rated this figure. You know, and if you don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you ahead of time. I gave it a 10, but I'm gonna turn it over to my man, the Big JB, the one and only. One of our channel mascots, Dragon Man. Big JB.
When I say awesome, you say figure. Awesome.
Figure.
Awesome.
Figure.
When I say comics, you say change my life. Comics.
Change my life.
Comics.
Change my life.
Come on, man. I mean, this is one of those figures that when I saw that it was available, and the last time I was on Catch the Fade, we talked about how I wanted it. Well, now our friend over at Must Love Toys hooked me up. He had one of those in stock. I picked it up. Haven't taken him out of the box yet because I've been able to admire your beautiful version. But this is, in terms of, man, not many figures you can open and close the mouth, nor move the tongue. 2 cool, vibrant sets of wings. You got a posable tail. Pretty good articulation. And can we talk about that sculpt just for a moment? That's a 10, y'all. A perfect 10.
We got
Cannot
2
be outdone.
teams. And now on to Brother Seaberry.
It is times like these when I must sing a few bars of that Jermaine Jackson ditty. The closest thing to perfect. It's the closest thing to perfect I've ever seen. This is so freaking amazing. Like you said, man, the mouth, the tongue. And there's another set of wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Closed
comes with
wings.
2 sets. Yep, yes.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
I gotta quit because I don't want to get your figure dirty. Because I'm about to have a nerd over here. I'm like, man, don't touch me. But yes, it is definitely a 10.
There's a 10 out there, ladies and gentlemen. Without a doubt, Dragon Man, definitely a 10. For those of you that missed out, I'm sorry. He's one of the few. There's few on this channel that I would tell you go out and pay the reseller price for, but Dragon Man fits that mold. You need him in your collection. He was one of my grails, and I'm so glad I was able to get him. And we've got, so that's 10s. We're handing them out, ladies and gentlemen. We're handing them out like just passing them out like raffle tickets. I guess I should ask them how they feel about the figure that was the most highly debated hot take outside. And I don't really want to say outside of Maximum Spider-Man because I don't think he was really a hot take. People really liked it. They had the feeling. But when it came to a certain Green Jade Giant, there was a lot of hot take about him. But you guys know he is a mascot of the channel. He's in all the YouTube shorts. My main man, Maximum Hulk. I'll go first and tell you guys, y'all know how I feel. I did it, and then I went back and said, man, after I messed around with him a little bit more, I said, was I too hard on him? I thought this figure might have sat around about the 6th neighborhood. But once I got to mess with him, and I get it, the whole Thunderclap fiasco and whatnot, I get it, I did it. But in my opinion, when I take the figure for what he was, Thunderclap or not, this is a solid 8 for me. I think it's a good figure. It's a solid 8, but I'll hand it over to the Big JB.
This is one I was skeptical on, y'all. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the Maximum line is a little bit of a scam for what they could be giving us those extra hands and stuff for the same retail price. But I let this one, kind of ruminate in my mind for a little while. But I saw him at GameStop. I ended up paying some ridiculous price for him. But I know people, give him crap about the rubber chest and all that, and of course the thunderclap nonsense. But when you don't have a Green Hulk and you have an MCU Hulk for your comic collection, and Green Hulk comes out, you can spin them all the way around. Lots of posability on this. I'm gonna have to concur with you and give it an 8 because it looks good on my shelf. He makes my Avengers collection look great. I have a different head sculpt on him. I have him ripping the Rocket in half.
Yeah, I remember that.
On my shelf, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 8. Agree with my buddy over here. Let's pass it on to Mr. Seaberry.
Best Green Hulk for the money.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing figure. One of the main reasons I don't own it is A, price point, and B, at a con several years back, I looked up and snagged the Marvel Select Hulk, which
one of the best Hulks around.
And I was like, I just feel like I might be good on Green Hulk because like I still don't have a Red Hulk, and I want a comic book accurate Red Hulk. I don't want the one that's supposed to be Harrison Ford. No, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't want that.
It's supposed to be Harrison Ford, but it really looks like Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
On the face sculpt.
Yeah.
I just had a Red Hulk before that.
But if I can get back on track. Okay, the freaking toes doing that is
crazy.
Taking the toe articulation to the next level.
Yeah, man. This is an 8, man.
It's an 8, so we all agree that the Maximum Hulk at first was getting all that hate, and we thought he'd have scored a 4 the way they were raging out about him. But if you take the figure at face value for what he is, and you consider it to Brother Seaberry's point, you can't find an affordable Green Hulk. Now, you try to buy Immortal Hulk from Select, you're going to pay about $150 or more, right? So for the Hulk, a Green Hulk for your collection, you're not beating him on price. I think he's around $60 still. You're not beating that. It's the best Green Hulk you can get out there. And overall, a good figure. I get it. I know you're mad about the Thunderclap, but that was never my whole reason for buying him. I just need the Green Hulk. If you bought him strictly for any of these guys for an effect, you're missing out, right? That would be like me telling you, buy Strong Guy just for the weights. Don't get me wrong, it's part of the uniqueness, his charm, right? But he's more than this weight, like you guys have seen it. It's awesome that he has the weight. I understand that. But if you're buying him for just that, you're missing the boat. So I think, yeah, definitely a solid 8 without question for my man Maximum Hulk. And I'm glad to see that he's finally getting the respect that he deserves. He really, really deserves it. And Gamerverse as a whole, that ties me into what I want to start talking to you guys about. There's a lot of good figures this year that are out. But this Gamerverse line, in my opinion, has been a hit for not just for Marvel, but for Hasbro. It's been a hit. And I figured, I see you guys who watch the channel knew when I first told you that if Venom did well, I said this line continues. That was my gut feeling. And it has. And now that we've had the first, like you had the Gamerverse line that just hit, that first wave was really kind of game related from Spider-Man. Then they moved on to Marvel Capcom. Now you've got Nick Fury and Punisher.
Have y'all seen the Marvel X Kith stuff that's coming?
The Kith, if you guys haven't seen that, I have seen that. A lot of talk about that one. There's a lot of talk in the community about the whole Kith thing and the pricing and color schemes, but I have seen it. Yes, I have. But
45 ain't crazy for a figure.
It really is not that crazy. The price point is not what perturbs me.
So some people don't like the color scheme. Some people are angry saying that, well, how did they get to do the license to do it? I don't know all those things behind the scenes. I don't work there. So I can only tell you that to me, it looks cool from what I've seen of it, right? Now, whether or not it does well or continues, I couldn't tell you. The Gamerverse line, I think, is going nowhere because no matter how we feel, and you guys, they just reviewed 2 of those figures, right? With Juggernaut and Hulk.
Okay,
but if you guys can see, this line, every one of these figures, no matter how we feel about them, every one of them sold.
Yeah,
every single one of them.
They all sold well.
They all sold well, no matter what we feel.
I almost bought this, But then, like I said last week, I found the previous Omega Red at Comics and Collectibles. That's the only reason I didn't buy this.
Yeah, that's my favorite out of the whole set right here.
Cause I'm good with the War Machine I got. Like my War Machine has a Rhodey head. Like I'm super good with it. But I was about to buy it for that red. But then I just happened to see one of their Comics and Collectibles, and I was like, let me get this Omega Red.
How do you guys feel about the Gamerverse line as a whole?
I'm for it.
I mean, I think it's a good way to get versions of figures like you just need people. For example, like I said, shout out to the Kingpin, Alan Collins, because he sold me his Silver Samurai.
Shout out Kingpin.
You know, and like I didn't have a Silver Samurai. So like I really appreciated it.
That's the one I don't have. I know it sounds funny. That's the one I don't have. The one that I initially started with said that I was going to get, and I think they were the first pack announced, if my memory's right.
It became quite elusive, though. And I think that Wolverine, it's got some fans.
Oh, yeah.
So.
That Wolverine has picked up a lot. So we tend to like the Gamerverse line. I think it will continue. I don't
those
see it
Marvel X Kids figures, are those not Marvel Legends?
They are.
Okay, they are.
They don't count them as the under this Gamerverse label.
Yeah.
But yes, but that line I think continues. You're seeing Punisher and Nick Fury. We had talked about that before, that we would see one. I think that those are the ones that I remember from the game. I remember seeing the Punisher video game. Man, did I spend a lot of quarters in that thing.
Yeah.
But the Punisher video game, that's where they even fight the comic accurate Kingpin, right? Towards the end. And gonna be dope.
Data East made that. Because they also made an Avengers game in the 90s. I had a friend that had some little system that had all these old arcade games on them. But like it had so like you couldn't die. You just keep going, man. I was playing Avengers. I was also playing Moonwalker by
See?
Jackson. Some good little retro gaming. But yeah, man, that's
so Gamerverse we like. Another topic I brought up that I've mentioned before, but now I want to get these gentlemen's opinion on it. You guys saw me put a video up where I'm not going to say the guy's name, and I don't want to accuse the guy of being a scalper, but I have reason to believe he might be. But in any case, he brought up something that he finds to be wrong and an evil, and nobody should have it, and I don't understand why he feels this way, but he does. How do you all feel about re-releases? But and the only reason I bring that up when I say how do we feel about re-releases, because there were figures that I obviously I hadn't gotten before, but had they not been re-released, I couldn't have gotten them. You guys know I love that Venom Pool behind the big JB right there. I would have never gotten Venom Pool otherwise. Obviously, Brother Seaberry just talked about it. You know, I wouldn't have Strong Guy if they don't re-release them, right? So now the whole thing that everybody's up in arms about is that they're re-releasing Warbird, not Dark Warbird, but the initial Warbird that was a Target exclusive. She's coming around again where people can order her and get her. Power Princess, another one that was there. The Kingpin, right? Not Alan Collins, even though we know who you really are. The Kingpin is going to be re-released. He's out. These are all available now. I think at either Hasbro Pulse and on Big Bad Toy Store. You might be able to check Entertainment Earth, but I know on those two sites you can get them. That's going to be re-released. I'm trying to think there's somebody else that's skipping me. It'll pop in my head in just a moment. It's eluding me. But I'm sorry, yes, Cable. The Cable right there from the Zabu Build-A-Figure Wave, that's going to re-release with that too. So folks, I want to know what they think about re-releases being good or bad. In my opinion, I think it's a good thing as long as you don't abuse it and just keep going back to the well. But I think in the case of Kingpin, they didn't have him out long enough where everybody could get him. And then if you go to pay for him online, you could get some decent resellers, but you could also get the group of people that are mad about it being re-released to begin with, and that is the scalpers. Don't want to see it. But what do you gentlemen feel? I am for re-releases under those terms where they don't abuse it. But what do you guys think about re-releases, particularly the ones I just named, Warbird, Kingpin, Cable?
I'm cool, and I mean, let's be real. The toy companies are probably looking at, like, you know, somebody's got to be looking at, you know, this stuff being, you know, sold at these ridiculous prices on eBay. Because remember, They're not making a profit off that. And somebody's probably like, hey, we could re-release that figure. We see it feels like people really want it, and they will buy it, and we can make a profit. And that's what it's all about. And also, like I want other chances sometimes, and also like I hate the Wild Wild West that has become toy like wave distribution. Cause again, as I said last time to go to WWE, I can't get Making a Difference Part 2 on Walmart.com because they say it's not coming out until April. However, friends of mine have been to like Olive Branch Walmart and places like that, and they're like, it's right here. Like, it's just so much craziness and haphazardness and Wild Wild West like conditions in this toy game right now. You know, I think it helps to level the playing field. And I mean, dang, like, people want toy representations of their favorite characters or figures that they think are cool. And I'm sorry if I'm ruining you, you know, raining on you Scalpers Parade. Like, I ain't got no sympathy for you, cuz. I don't. Be mad.
They're the angriest ones, apparently, because why would you care?
Mad over some plastic.
Yeah.
I'm pro re-release. My philosophy of it is like, well, we come from the comic book collecting world.
Yeah.
I like buying facsimile editions and second prints. Like when Absolute Batman came out, that series ended up being way more popular than people expected. That book, issue 1's on its 8th reprint or whatever at this point. And I know the value fluctuates. Like, obviously, a first print is going to sell more than a second, third, fourth, and so on print. With these action figures, I expect the numbers to be fluctuating in terms of value to... Let's use Power Princess from that Void Wave we were talking about earlier.
Ooh, she's sold out,
It's a great figure. It basically is, probably until the newest Jim Lee McFarlane Wonder Woman figure, the best Wonder Woman figure that's not a Wonder Woman figure to happen. But that figure is one that a lot of people were looking for, especially people in our group. I feel like we're always posting about that figure. When I saw it was getting re-released, what's the harm? What's the foul? I don't see it. I feel like Marcus said, everybody just wants to see an action figure version of characters they enjoy and they like. So, you know what? We've got 100 Wolverines, we've got 100 Batmans coming out every year. If we can get 4 or 5 Cyclopses in there, or whatever character you enjoy that you feel like is unrepresented on your shelf, or you haven't been able to get into your collection, like for example, The Thing. I was looking for that Walgreens exclusive Thing figure for years before I found it at a con and had the right conversation and struck the right deal. But, you know, now they've put out a couple different versions, like the one you have behind me here from the cartoon wave.
Yep.
Yeah. I got all the cartoon wave.
It's still very solid. I love this wave. And then you have the movie version, so you got options, right? Now, neither of these, for me personally, replace the look of the Walgreens one. But you know what? If that's the thing you have access to, they're both great figures. I wish they would re-release the Walgreens wave in full because I liked those sculpts. I thought they were good. They go with my FF collection at home. But you know what? Like you said, it's the toy companies that make the decisions. So those figures will remain high until they put them out again.
And like, why would they not release something that they know people are clamoring for? Because again, their goal is to make money, guys. It is a business.
That's true. I mean, there's so many figures that if they weren't re-released, and because I personally have them, I can speak from experience that I would not own a Venom Pool or a Strong Guy had they not done it. I would have probably had to go to a scalper and to possibly get them. So, especially figures that were exclusive, and you know, I'll talk about that in just a minute. Well, rather they will. But when it comes to something being exclusive, Warbird was only at Target. That was the only place she was when they hit, and that was a huge thing where people were upset, very mad about it, right? So, if a figure is exclusive, I definitely feel like if it's exclusive, re-release is a good thing, right? Because if you're exclusive, not everybody has access to a Target. I thought it was crazy, a thought, right? But not everybody has access. You may never have a Walmart right next to you, a Target right next to you. And So it's hard. Like, it's easier when something's available. You're talking about Warbird wasn't, you couldn't go to Big Bad, you couldn't go to Entertainment Earth, New Meta, any of these places. She was only at Target until they, scalpers, got a hold of her, and then they put her online because they knew you couldn't get her anywhere else. She was sold out constantly, and that's it. So to the scalpers, they don't like it. But me personally, as I said, when as long as it's controlled, things that are exclusive, without question to me, should be re-released because not everybody's going to be able to grab it exclusive. It just isn't. Don't get me started, Todd McFarlane, on that Emerald Green Lantern. You know how I feel about that, Todd. You were wrong for that. But it's very, very simple. It gives people a chance to get the characters that they want. So I'm 100% behind re-releasing these. That's just how it is. Now sometimes they're going to re-release new things. They're going to release new things. I know y'all are probably. We just talked about a certain figure just a moment ago that everybody had an opinion about, and that would be. Excuse me. That would be from the comic line we just got through. We have such good conversations that y'all don't get to see. I need to start saving some of this stuff and get it all on the camera. But we were talking about lines and re-releasing, right? And you all may feel certain ways about Retro Card. We just got through talking about how we won't see a lab coat beast. We hope we see a lab coat beast again soon. I hope we do, but I'm not holding out the biggest hope for it because it's already over $100-some, and I know one certain group of people, scalpers, hope they never re-release it. So to the scalpers' point, they did give us the Cat Beast, which is from, and I'm going to ask the comic guys, if I make no mistake, gentlemen, is Astonishing X-Men, is that not a comic? I know X-Men is, but that's a line of saying Uncanny. This is Astonishing. Is this where the Wolverine comes from that we saw?
Yeah.
You know the Wolverine I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Should be behind you somewhere. He's back there somewhere. Not that guy. That guy's there, the Uncanny.
Oh yeah.
Check. Yep. Phil.
Back here.
You see, he'd be in a square box.
Square box.
Yep. So I think you can move those sides.
Yep. I see him right here.
Is that him?
That's the X-Force.
Let's see. Keep going. It's live TV, folks.
Live.
Yep. So that's Astonishing.
I believe that is
85th anniversary.
Yeah. That is modeled after his costume in Astonishing X-Men.
I have this figure as well.
I need to go back and get that.
Surprise!
I had a yellow and blue, so I was just like, I got a yellow and blue. But this is a nice figure.
Ties into something, folks. Guess what else is getting re-released? This Astonishing Wolverine.
Okay. I'm gonna probably have to get this
because I don't know that. I don't think he was exclusive. I don't believe he was. I think he was elsewhere. But they're re-releasing him too. Why? It's Wolverine. So they're going to re-release him. I don't think it's bad. I would like to have a Beast in a lab coat, but until you can put him back. So until I get a Beast in a lab coat, and I don't think either of these gentlemen have lab coat Beasts. Either you have.
It's on the wish list, man. I'll get it one day.
So, folks,
it is a Braille figure for me.
So I have this. So I'll ask you, gentlemen, because you guys have both seen it. If you don't have a Beast, how do you guys feel about this Beast? Is this Beast a good stand-in?
I'd say so.
Cat Beast, as you guys are calling them out there.
Yeah. And, I'm a endorse that, and also to follow up on what we were talking about last week, because you were saying you didn't have a Spider-Man. Yo, that Spider-Man 77 is a damn good red and blue uniform Spider-Man. So, y'all got options. Maybe they're not exactly what you want, but if you want some placeholders,
there's some paths open for you.
Yeah. Cat Beast is good. Like I said, if you want a good red and blue costume Spider-Man and you don't want to pay the maximum price, Spider-Man 77 is pretty decent.
Yeah.
You see? So re-releases, ladies and gentlemen, are a good thing. Absolutely. I'm going to throw another topic at these guys that we had discussed. We're approaching the end of 2025. So that would bring me to talk about a particular toy company. Well, two, actually. But one that comes to mind immediately. And that would be, if he's watching, and I know you think I'm mad at you, Todd. And I am. I ain't going to never forgive you for this Green Lantern thing. You got to fix that. All right? But good old Uncle Todd over at McFarlane Toys. When I think about the year he's had, I could say, who's had a better year in 2025? Could it be him? Or could it be Hasbro? Because they've both been swinging for the fences and landing. Because Todd's had some amazing figures. I mean, who could say? I mean, the man's extended by 6 months. We don't know the reason. All I know is that he's got it through 26. And if he continues on the path he's on right now, I think Mattel. I don't know. If I was Mattel, I'd be a little concerned because one of two things will happen. Either he will make them, being the powers that be, rethink this deal and say, hey, wait a minute. Now, the ink on the check is not dry. We haven't taken your money yet. We've agreed to keep the license. But we might have to cancel this deal because this McFarlane dude right now is cooking. So we might let him just keep going. It was a good theory. Or maybe we sign something where you both do it. We're not going to pull the license from him because he's cooking. That happens. Or, to Todd's point, he said we're not out of the DC business. He either, which is the way I think is what's going to happen is, I believe Todd gives up multiverse unless they change it, or they let them both do it, or the more likely thing is, just my thoughts, I think he continues with DC under DC Direct. He can't make multiverse figures, but he can do those statues like what you've seen, Blade and others. He can do statues, or he could take over, he could keep releasing DC Direct. But he said he's not out of the business. Everything that man has said, even though he's been cryptic about some things, he said we're not out of the business yet. I don't think he's a liar. He knows something. He can't say it. So right now he legally can't talk about it. But he's not out of DC. So I look forward to it. But back to my question to these two gentlemen was, if we had to rate it. Well, first I'll ask two questions. One, what kind of a year do you think McFarlane's had? Has this been the best year he's had so far? And then the second question I'll pose is, has he had a better year than Hasbro? And that's hard because they still got the Sentinels dropping December 15th. I'm so sorry for everybody's wallet. But I'll put the floor open to you, gentlemen. So I'll ask that first question again. What do you guys think about 2012? What kind of a year? Has this been McFarlane's best year?
For me, yeah. As far as someone, this is the best year for me as a McFarlane buyer. Past couple years, all the way back, we talked about it in the last episode I was on, when I was buying McFarlane toys at the beginning of my collecting journey, there were a couple cool waves a year, a couple standout figures each year, but this year we could go on and on and on talking about all the great figures that came out, whether it's the Page Punchers that got stolen off the truck, whether it's the Killing Joke or Supergirl figure from that wave, whether it's, somebody like Monarch, or for me, I know this is a wave some people might not like, that 2-pack that came with Wonder Woman by Jim Lee and Godzilla. That was a great one. That 2-pack that came out with Spectre and Atom Smasher, that's probably my favorite 2-pack of the year.
I just need them to come on down on that dark side to come with the Sonic toys, because it's like 60.
Yeah.
I just need y'all to go and knock that down a little bit, because that's a damn good dark side. I figure I'll get them toys to some of my students, or I'll, I don't know, sell them at Game Exchange or something for some store credit. I just want that dark side.
The dark side.
So he says it's a yes. I agree. I think 25 has been Todd's best year, but
yeah, man, dude, like, if you've noticed, guys, I'm a comic reader. I've been reading comics since I could read. I have a soft spot and an affinity for what I call the randos. I own a freaking Agent Liberty. I own a Batmanga Batman. I own...
Do you have the Ragman?
I do not. I do want that change. That black and yellow is sick.
Yeah.
Ambush Bug.
Yeah.
Ambush Bug.
I own an Ambush Bug. I own a freaking, again, Sergeant Rock in the same color green as my old Army figures.
Yeah.
Like, I've got an excellent Guy Gardner. I've got a great Power Girl. I've got a classic Captain Cold. Like, nah, man. Todd was cooking this year, man. Like, now, I can't say better than Marvel Legends, because, Marvel Legends brought the heat, too. And again, it ain't just randos, but this character's near and dear to my heart, like this Wolfsbane. Like, that, and they re-released the Strong Guy, so my friend bought it, and he sold me the build figure, so, I came up. You know what I'm saying? I got this old now. It's just, yeah, I know that was 2024, but just like, man,
They've had a good year too.
both of them cooking.
It's
of
been a
them.
generational run.
Both of them have had a great, have had pushed the envelope. I can't, I can't. I got to give Hasbro credit. I mean, we had Dragon Man. I got Game vs. Venom, the Game vs. line, like that. That's really has really helped them tremendously.
Maximum Hook, like I said, I know it's controversial, but we here, we fool with Maximum Hook heavy.
Oh, solid 8s across the board.
Yeah.
Now, how do we feel about Maximum Spider-Man? Because I haven't
I haven't gotten it. I've seen it, but I've never. But I would say, as someone that doesn't own the classic red and blue Spider-Man, would I get that Spider-Man? I'm afraid that I would. He looks good. He really looks good. I haven't messed with these Magic the Gathering ones that have been there.
Those are pretty cool.
But I'm a huge fan. Like, I saw it. The articulation, like that one. The only thing that people griped about when that Spider-Man hit, because I watched probably 15 different reviews, 15 or 20. The only gripe was it was the first one where we started to see a price hike come out because he preceded Maximum Hulk. He was here first. He's their first one, and Hulk was second. But the price was the first thing everybody griped about. Nobody griped about the accessories. Nobody griped about his articulation. Nobody griped about that. Those things were in the bag. So for me, not having a traditional Spider-Man, I would probably lean towards it, although I've not messed with 77. I know what 77 is. I've seen it, obviously. But, I mean, I can't. It just goes to say the strength of their portfolio in 25. It's hard. Todd's done an amazing job. He really has. But it's hard. I mean, I can't just summarily, as I said, I can't just dismiss him. Like, and say he didn't have a great year, like that Page Puncher's Joker. Even though I don't have it, but I will. The Emerald Twilight guy, Green Lantern is amazing. He nailed cell shading. He's had a banger year. In totality, I can't just give him the year yet. It's close. I'm still debating it. To me, it's like right here because you got that quality versus quantity thing. The output has been heavy in both cases, but it's hard. You're competing with Dragon Man and Venom and Maximum. You got a lot to compete with. Although Todd has brought it, I want to see what he does in 26. I really do because I don't think he's done. I think he's just getting started.
I guess I would have to give a slight edge to McFarlane because, when did the Strange Tales wave for Marvel come out?
Last year, 2024.
Okay, never
These
mind.
guys were last year.
Okay, yeah.
Because they were coming out around Halloween time of last year.
I do like these figures, by the way.
That's one of the few ways where I was just like, the only thing I wanted the Blackheart Builder figure, but I didn't want to buy all of them.
And some of those figures in that wave, like the Brother Voodoo, which surprised me because that's like one of the coldest figures in the wave, that was ending up at Ross. The Moon Knight wasn't, though. The Moon Knight was probably the highest seller in that wave. But they've been slick with it. Like, they'll put out waves in those, I don't know what you want to call that style of box, the square box that is meant to be descriptive. Like, you can display
windowless package.
You can display it either way, you know what I'm saying? I think every wave they've done, like that X-Men wave they did, they were smart. Because they put some figures in there that we wouldn't necessarily, not everybody would want to buy. But if you're building that Build-A-Figure, you're gonna want to buy all the figures so you can make the figure that you want. But they're out of here. I mean, that weapon of Vengeance and the Brother Voodoo and the Dracula, and I mean the Bloodstorm and the Moon Knight too. I'm not too into the Dracula or to the what's his name, Diamond Hellstrom, but I mean this and the Storm are my favorite out of this wave.
That Moon Knight is slick. It's like I said, it's gonna be hard, folks. It's gonna be so hard for me to rate these at the end of the year when you have to give an award to the best people. It's hard to say. I don't know. I can't call it. I'm gonna have to vote. It's gonna take. I'm gonna have to eat a bag of chips. It's gonna take a lot for me to break it down and tell you all at the end who wins out because it's hard. Now I'll ask these guys, because you guys have seen my nominees so far. If you guys had to nominate, now you don't have to just get this is your be all end all, but in 2025 you can include any line. What would you say? And this is just top figures. Just give me a couple of your top figures of 2025.
Consult my notes.
Man, comes prepared.
Again,
Got the notes?
You ready first? You can go.
I haven't changed since last week, man. Ultimate Muda. And it is complete bias and fanboy and nostalgia.
That's one of his ultimate Muda.
For me, it's the Dragon Man and the Super Scroll, the movie wave. Another great example of just like, you know what? Maybe it all is about the packaging. Because the presentation on both of these is just great. The window, you see what you're getting. You see you're in a good sculpt. I'm inclined to, again, it's one of my main interests is that particular team, so I'm inclined to want to put my money there, but the product is great as well. It's not like I'm settling. In the past, I feel like, as an FF fan, you know what? Until the movie came out, people acted like the FF wasn't nothing. But the FF is some of the original, part of the Marvel mythology.
First family.
So they really are that first family. So you got to give them that respect where it's due. And it's like they just finally now started to care about them again. Now the movie's coming out. Show me a Super Skrull in the MCU, and that one in Secret Invasion doesn't count. That we all agreed. Well, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to think, but I don't know how they talked Samuel L. Jackson to be in that show because he deserved so much better. he deserved better. The Secret Invasion storyline from the comics deserved better. Give me Clerk on screen. That's who we need on screen.
I would agree. I don't know that that's available. Outside of Disney was the only place I saw, and I don't even know if it's exactly the same figure as that. But I'll have to look that up, or somebody will have to fact check me, as I always say. But I want a Super Skrull, and I think Disney was the only place I saw that. And I don't know if it was that one.
Well, I'm going to throw out some more. I like the comic book Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
I liked it so much.
They gave us 3 of those this year, right?
Well,
a bunch of different ones. McFarlane gave us different purple.
McFarlane gave us 2 comic books.
Purple,
one
red,
the traditional
black
colors and then the black and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I messed around and found it because somebody in our group was like, hey.
He's got red and purple face.
Yeah, this is at Walmart. It was at the freaking, I think it was at the Walmart in Collierville or somewhere. And I just was like, man, you know what? I see it. I want it.
I'll make that drive.
See,
yeah, I wasn't ready for to pay $38 for it. I was hoping it'd still be.
He did not. They did not go down. They held their price.
Yeah, but you know, I'm glad I got it. That was cool for me. Also,
is that purple face, or was that the black? Which one had the black face? Correct me, and you guys will see out there in the comments when this. And we know we're not live, but you're seeing this video now when I release it. You'll be able to tell me because he had a black face one, he had a red face, and I feel like he put the red one out first. I might be wrong, but I feel like he had the red one first.
Yeah. And
that was the regular version. That wasn't even Chase. I think the black, which is the traditional,
with the purple and orange,
was like the. I think the black was the Chase, which was backwards.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, the regular version should have had the black T.
The black, yeah.
But I don't think he did. I think he put the red face out first.
I settled for the movie version, and I'm happy with him. He looks great on my shelf.
Oh, I had the movie version as well.
Yeah. Now,
because I saw that movie 3 times and got really caught up in it.
I saw that movie a few more times.
And Todd put out that was a lot. So you had those, and then you had the movie figures that came out after the fact. Now, when he did the movie figures, he had a black face, right? Was that regular? There's so many of them. He has face. 3 that aren't movie figures that are just the purple, the red, and then the black.
Yeah.
And then the movie figure on top of that, which came with 3 swappable faces. Did that Simon Baz figure come out this year? Because he had 3 faces.
Ooh, it's tricky. If he did, it was earlier.
But he was one of the ones I picked up. That was where I really started to
He had the Fair Play jacket in the movie ones, right? Those have the Fair Play. The McFarlane ones don't say Fair Play, do they?
No. They might say it on the back. I don't know.
I don't
you
know.
would know. You would know. Marcus would know.
No, I don't. Man.
It doesn't say fair.
I ain't opened nothing room.
It doesn't
You
say
haven't
fair.
opened them yet?
I'm not going to open them.
He's not gonna. Which hey, I won't judge him for that. Who am I? Who am I? You guys know I am. I got some open stuff, and some I don't.
We like to be selective about which
Well,
ones we
we'll
open, and which
open.
ones we don't. I've got one of these. I got my Galactus. I refuse to open. I'm just waiting for the right time.
See, look at that big chat. That the value on that thing. Hey, hit Big JB up. You got $1,000? Let us know.
Hey, give me a call. You know, I might need to pay rent.
Also, shout out to Marvel for the Warlord Xavier.
Yeah.
Because I literally remember buying the comics where he was in that outfit.
That's the green cape and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big ornament
Helmet.
thing. Yeah, man.
the people usually use for Cerebro. Well, you know you can't. I mean that thing looks different, but I guess in theory you could. Shout out my man Clever's Multiverse. I always give him his props. He's talking about 3D printing. Got a great video if you haven't seen it about 3D printing and what it unlocks for you. Because there's some things that I would like to make that I can't just yet. But next year, and I'm putting this on video so you'll see it. Next year, the channel we will enter the realm of 3D printing, so we can have some cool stuff. Because it's absolutely, if you can do it, it's a great idea. If I had to pick, folks, my question I asked them, the characters for me this year that I had to say are contenders. Obviously, Doom, right? I know you guys are going to say, that's a hot toy, it's not fair. Okay, great. So when you go out and when you don't, maybe you didn't get it, it doesn't mean because the hot toy, it came out in 2025, you can't leave it out. My man Joaquin, who we talked about earlier over at Memphis Toy Exchange, shout out, I know he's there watching, said to me, and he had a very good point. A lot of people say, man, I don't know how y'all do those hot toys. You know what I'm saying? They're too expensive. He used some terminology that makes perfect sense to me. He said, you don't say that with a Lamborghini, do you? You don't. Lamborghini. People say, I can't afford it. That's the verbiage. And there's no shame in saying that. Trust me. I got a guy, Justin Collects, I follow. Shout out if he's watching. His channel is all hot toys. He has his collection's over $250,000. He did his review. And showed his room. He's a Hot Toys exclusive collector. I haven't seen him do anything else other than Hot Toys. If he has other stuff, I don't know. But that's what he has. And people say, how do you get to over $250,000? Well, the average is $300. 10 of them is $3,000. He's got hundreds of figures, folks.
Yeah.
So
look at his collection.
He's got like hundreds, like rows and shelves of DTOF, like to what Brother Seaberry said, full of Hot Toys. I trust me, if you collected nothing but Hot Toys, and I don't know what he does for a living, more power to him, but if you collected nothing but Hot Toys, you could probably pay several people's rent several times over. Like he's got an over $250,000 collection. More power to him. I would never be an exclusive Hot Toys collector, but they have a purpose, right? So I can't exclude Doom. Doom deserves to be in there. There's no doubt about that. For 2025, it's an injustice to not put him on the list. So he definitely needs to be there. Dragon Man needs to be there. Venom needs to be there. Juggernaut needs to be there. Shumagorath needs to be there. The Killing Joke Joker needs to be there. Who else am I missing? There's so many good ones that they dropped on us that I don't know.
It's almost hard to keep track.
It's impossible. I gotta give him credit for all these bangers. I can't.
It was a good year for Transformers.
I can't, like, you guys know, y'all know that I gotta give props to, come on now, Devastator. He's gotta be there. He absolutely has to be in contention. There's no doubt in my mind. Storm Collectibles, the amazing job they've done with Street Fighter Alpha, those figures, I can't discredit them. Jada Toys, who kicked this thing off for good figures for under $30. They gave us Sagat and Blanca. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, to me, for $30, are you kidding me? It is so hard for anyone to tell me that they don't do good work for 30. This one was 35, but for the most part, they're under $30. They make some amazing figures. As a Street Fighter guy, they did amazing work on these figures.
I just found out he's based on a real person.
That's correct. And I love Storm Collectibles, but I'll be completely honest and transparent. If Jada Toys doesn't exist and do what they do for under $30, I don't think you see these figures from Storm.
No.
because there's no reason for it. But because you had a company come out and say, hey, we're going to give you a great figure for under $30, Storm, who has the talent, you always have seen their figures. Yeah. You guys know how I feel about Storm if you watch the channel. I think they make amazing figures. I mean, you tell me that there's somebody that's got a better...
You got the Goro.
That's the OG that started off.
Yeah.
The OG Goro. I mean, folks, that is beastly. No pun intended. It's like
the articulation on them is just out of this world.
It's Kentaro.
We messed around with these last time.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty cool.
They still, if you go look online right now, try to afford this guy's still $300.
Yeesh.
It's crazy, right? But that's secondhand. You know, I'm not even gonna say the G word because I don't want to say that's what it is. It's not. But it's just Storm stopped. But they absolutely produced some bangers, right? So I can't hate on them. But you got a lot of great figures. But without Jada, even though Storm's in there, without Jada, do I know? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Todd, if you're out there, I know you're still giving me Spawn figures. Can you give me just a red and black Spawn? Nothing fancy, no Call of Duty. Can I just have good old Al Simmons? Can I just have that?
That's how I feel about a regular ass Wonder Woman. I know, like he gave us one, but everybody wanted it so bad. Like,
you're talking about the one that sells for like $300 a piece at this point?
Yeah, you couldn't find it. Everybody like, ooh,
that
was a regular ass Wonder Woman.
The collector edition Wonder Woman. Is that what we're talking about?
I think it was a McFarlane that came out either last year or this year, but it was a really good Wonder Woman. But I still think, the Jim Lee one is better. The one that came out with the 2-pack with Godzilla. But that's the one I got from McFarlane. And arrived damaged.
Aren't there 3 of them though? Isn't it like a big one and a little Wonder Woman, or am I thinking the wrong thing?
It comes with a little tiny Wonder Woman.
Okay,
that also
which
was
is the right
damaged
one.
because when I got it from McFarlane, the nose was messed up, and the little Wonder Woman had 2 left legs. Like one leg was facing forward, and the other one was facing backward.
I hope they correct this problem. You told them.
Oh, they did not. I emailed them and I said, and I'm sorry to air this all out on live, but they responded to my email, and I was basically like, I received this figure that I ordered. As you can see, I haven't taken it out of the box. I proved that it was still sealed. It looked like the Wonder Woman had been dropped on the floor. Her nose was all pushed one way. The plastic was like molded one way. And the small Wonder Woman that's supposed to be 2 scale with the Godzilla had 2 left legs. And they said that because the item was sold out, they couldn't send me another one. So I just had to settle. Sure enough, what's been popping up at Target these past couple weeks in our group? That 2-pack. I should have just... Patience. I said it last time. Patience. Wait for it.
What is it retailing for?
I think it's high. I think it's like $75.
Something like that.
Because it was $100 with shipping when I ordered it from McFarlane. So make that right.
Make it right, Todd. To his point, make that right. I want to be clear. Make that right, and you fix that Green Lantern situation. I'm not playing with you about that Emerald Twilight. But to his point, patience. Now, there is a thing. FOMO's real. For those of you that don't know, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. For those, if I have viewers that don't know, FOMO is absolutely a real thing, right? And to those of you, and I've got younger viewers, and I appreciate you, all of you that view my channel. I've said this before. Some of you guys have been born in an era where when we talk about hunting, you guys have no idea what we're talking about. You think we got a rifle and we're looking for deer. That is not what we're talking about. In a sense, we are looking for something, but we're not out in the fields hunting. We're out in toy stores, mom and pop stores, thrift stores, Salvation Armies and Ollie's and everywhere. DD's discounts. We're looking. We're out figure hunting, right? And some of you were born in this era where all you know is 2-day shipping or next day from Amazon or what have you. You guys have never gone to a Target, a Walmart, or any of those places I just named looking for a figure or
searching under the crevices to find Power Rangers hidden by someone else.
You guys have never, until you or you went out and in your head you were shopping and you just happened to see something that was just, is that really what I think? There's no way. Yes. In fact, the Gamerverse, Thanos, and Psylocke, I was not at all looking for it on the day that it happened. Not at all. And lo and behold, it was on the shelf right there in my face. A fantastic feeling. The last really successful thing I hunted for, and this I'll tell you, this take you back, right? And I'm fair. The last thing I went out and actually hunted for a long time would be the turtles. I found the turtles 4 pack. That's right there by you, Brother Seaberry. See right there next to the robot. Next to Bex Action. Yep. With one of the turtles on top of it.
Oh, I see.
Yep. So that was the original one. They've re-released that pack a couple of times, like as monsters and then as other things. But that original one, that's where it started. I hunted that thing and hunted and hunted and hunted. It's $150.
Hey, look.
And I grabbed it and got it.
If y'all like the Monster Turtles wave, I need y'all to buy. I need y'all to buy enough to justify a second wave, because on the back of the box, Donatello is Jet Jaguar. I don't really care for the monsters in the first wave. I freaking love Jet Jaguar.
Make it happen.
Buy them damn monsters, so I can give me a Donatello as Jet Jaguar one day soon.
You heard him. You heard him right there. You see, you absolutely heard him. It's a year, man. It's. I just named off 15 different figures that are there that could possibly win. You know, but it's subjective. But I want you guys in the comments to let me know what was your choice. Like, what is a figure that you want to see win? Do you have one in mind? Now, me personally, Venom was for the first 6 months of the year. Venom was leading. I hate to say it because he's over there listening. He was leading. He's not leading anymore. He's there. Hey, stay still. He's not there anymore. Don't y'all come for me in the comments about it. He's still on that list. But if we're talking about the best of 2025, when he hit the first half of the year, he didn't have a lot of competition. He had some, but there's a lot that had not hit, right? And there's another one I didn't even name that was up there, and that's the Archangel right there. Archangel's right there. Archangel happened to be on that exact. He came out. I could put Archangel up there. I think that one from X-Force, that's an amazing figure.
It really is.
You know, he didn't have to contend with that, and now here it is. He's got. We showed you other ones. He's got so many others to contend with that it's not a foregone conclusion. He's still there now. He's definitely still among the top. But to say that now with him having to contend with that figure, to contend with Dragon Man, to have to contend with all these other things, Devastator. Oh, we didn't even talk about Megatron. I mean, the Megatron I grew up with, that's my Megatron. I mean, there's so much that he has to compete with now that he didn't.
Megatron I grew up with transforms into a gun.
Yes, I'm speaking of the robot form only.
I'm being a hoe. I'm playing.
Nothing. Listen.
I get it. We don't.
They'll never produce it again.
They'll never produce it again. It's not likely.
We shouldn't have had it, cause I finally saw the gun it was supposed to be, the Walther
P-38.
Yeah, it's like, hey, that looks a little too much. Like, we lucky with some poor little kids just getting riddled by cops. Like, oh, what the crap is that? You know what I'm saying? Same way Intertech and all them folks made them lifelike looking ass guns. Like, nah, we gotta move away from that.
So I get it. I understand it that I can't see it again. I'm all right with it. But for the robot form, yes.
Perfect.
That's my Megatron. I think he absolutely is great. So you guys are gonna have to tell me in the comments what your figure, your top figure for 2025 is. What your top company, and it can be anybody. You could do Valorverse. I mean, I'm anybody. I'm not discounting anyone out there. McFarlane Toys.
You know what?
NECA, whoever, Super 7, anybody.
Before WWE and G.I. Joe made their Sergeant Slaughters, I was really close to pulling the trigger on the Valorverse Sergeant Slaughter on a Big Bad Toy Store several times. Because I just wanted a Sergeant Slaughter. Because, hey, I was a fan of G.I. Joe and I'm a wrestling fan. But, like, I settled for the, I think it might have been the G.I. Joe. Yeah, I think it was G.I. Joe one. because it was like really cheap at Ollie's, and I had to go and scoop that up.
And stop shaming people for going to Ollie's. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. It's another one of my public service announcements. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him his credit. I know we don't always watch him. We talked about him on the last broadcast where people talked about my main man, Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. You know, I know he gets his flack because that man does rant and he does complain, but he had a video where he says, "Stop calling me broke," because he went to Ollie's all the time, right? Stop shaming people. These figures are expensive. It's hard out here, and we're not pimps. All right, so it's not. So
it ain't in me to feel shame because ain't nobody complaining about me is putting 1 penny toward my living expenses.
Man, I felt good coming to Ollie's the other day because I went in there. You know, omnibuses cost about $100. I felt great walking out there with 3 big old omnibus for $116.
Did you hear that? So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I usually don't even do this on camera, but I'm going to do it right now in y'all's face, right? And it's not me crapping on you. I love this figure. This is Brother Voodoo. Looks badass, right? I know some of you right now are like, man, I remember that. I bought that at GameStop for $29.99, or I bought that here for $27.99, or wherever. You paid at least $25. I didn't. I got it, and guess where I got it? Rosscon, baby. $6. So bite me. But the point is, listen, I'm just being facetious. But stop shaming people. Okay? This is the exact same figure. Before you even try to say it's not the same figure, it's the same figure that you paid $25 for. This reminds me of the childishness when y'all attacked, not you in my comments, you know, but you guys know who I'm talking about. People attacked the CT Toys Wolverine because that broke the internet. Everybody said, "Oh, I can't believe y'all supporting these knockoffs, these third party. I can't believe you're doing it. It's killing the hobby." Stop it. Most of it was driven by Mayfex people. And I don't have a problem with Mayfex, but you Mayfex guys who are upset because CT Toys was using your molds and they came out and put a Wolverine out that was a very good Wolverine for about $120 less than the one that Mayfex made. And that's why y'all were mad.
And y'all gonna be real mad when y'all see me with this CT dirty over because it's gonna probably happen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So don't be mad because people go out and buy a third party figure. Look. I'm not in anybody's wallet. It's hard out here, okay? For a lot of reasons, you know.
Well, my Venom's a KO, and I don't care.
See?
It is a Mayfex knockoff, cause I wanted a Venom with an Eddie Brock head.
Didn't you get a Venom with an Eddie Brock head? Isn't that what that is? Or with a head and it's half exposed. That's right.
No. I wanted just a full Eddie Brock head, and like it has one that's just Eddie Brock fully unmasked blonde hair.
Did Select not do one?
I was looking. I think there's a like half Venom, half Eddie or something like.
Okay, correct me. Yeah, you guys check it out in the comments and let me know.
I wanted that, so I got that. Then I got the little. I guess it's like a Revoltech knockoff or something, like the little Iron Spider. Then I got the little Mayfix knockoff, Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse, because I was like, I'm on a roll. Now, I don't get a whole lot of knockoffs, but I was like, well, dang it.
Anyone getting the Mezco Hulk?
Not I.
No, I'm cool.
I got that one already. I'm good.
Not hating. I'm not hating. I don't own a single Mezco figure. So that's full disclosure. Anybody here own a Mezco figure?
I don't.
I have 5.
So see, it's unbiased. He owns Mezco figures. And as the one guy that has the Mezco figures, should you be ashamed for not buying this Green Hulk for $150?
I buy Mezco figures when they happen to plop into my life. And I already have a Hulk. The thing is, before they started making, because the Mezcos that I do have are of characters they weren't making Marvel Legends of, or they were not making with that much care. Like, show me the Mezco Bishop, and show me any of the Marvel Legends Bishops. I'm sorry, the Mezco Bishop is way better.
I do like that Fantastic Four set.
The Fantastic Four set, take my money. That's the best thing that they've ever made.
I do like the Fantastic Four set. Now, this Hulk, maybe I'm wrong. I said this on the video last time. I looked at it. From what I saw, I mean, he's got a ground effect. that breaks into two pieces. I see that. 6 heads and some hands. Does that sound right? 6 heads, some hands, and a ground effect that breaks up into 2. I don't see, and maybe you could correct me since you've got Mezco figures. I was saying this to Brother Seaberry. I don't see $150. I've never owned a Mezco, so maybe that's why I feel that way. But if I just saw the ground effect that breaks into 2, 6 heads, and like 8 hands.
That's all right. That's
good.
About standard.
Dude,
I don't pay full price though.
if I'm hemming and hawing about a $60 maximum hook, ain't no way in hell I'm getting no Mezco. And like I said, maybe I'm being the old fuddy duddy or the fogey or the conjure. I'm super happy with my Marvel Select hook. Like when I found it at an affordable price at this con, I was like, hallelujah. I got a hook. And like I've been cool. Now, the more I look at this maximum, I'm a little tempted, but that's probably as high as I'm gonna go. I'm not. And like, I'm okay with this.
I have no idea about this Mezco Hulk. I'm referring to the Big JB as the Mezco person here. I asked a couple of people and they were like, dude, it's Mezco. Of course it's going to be worth it. I don't know. I don't own a Mezco figure. I just think that that's a lot. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, and I don't know I can't remember what the measurement said. If he's 100, I would expect him to be 9 inches. He's not. This Mezco Hulk is like, what is he? Is he 6 or 7?
I think he's 7 inches tall.
He might be
7.
Yep, 6'7". It's in. Do it again, guys. 6'7". All right, so
Chat, clip that.
So there it is, right there. I would want at 100. I would want something that's going to be, and I'm just looking from a distance. He does not appear from the pictures. Oh, he took a tumble. He does not appear from the pictures to be the size of this guy. He doesn't. I might be wrong. But if you looked at it, does he look to be the size of this guy?
I don't think so. I think he's a little smaller. I mean, this is, again, we were just talking about this. It's articulate. It's a great Hulk. Yeah, you can squish the chest. Who cares? I don't know. That's my money. I spent $60 on that. My shelf doesn't have... I showed you my shelf earlier. I don't have room for another Hulk. I got Hulk and I got She-Hulk. That's good. Anyone want a Red Hulk?
Now, which one is this?
It's the movie version.
No, thank you.
It's the Harrison Ford with the Mark Ruffalo face.
I have the other Red Hulk.
The superior Red Hulk.
Is behind her?
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
This
Which is the same body, if I make no mistake.
I actually think it's not the same body.
Maybe a different sculpt, folks.
See,
Breaking
it's
news.
a different sculpt because see this one has all the veins and stuff, but the movie version has like drawn on chest hair.
And that face is clearly Ed McGuinness art inspired here.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is that is a McGuinness art, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying but also the face too, like it looks like an Ed McGuinness drawing of Red Hook.
Yeah, that's where my money would be at, personally.
If
I could do it all back, yeah.
Warbird is right there behind.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
another controversial figure.
The talk of the show today.
There she is, Warbird.
I will be picking her up.
Those of you
upon reissue.
There's Warbird.
I think
from the Mighty Avengers.
I remember when I bought her. I think I went outside and and you and Michael Chunden were talking, and I was like, I have her.
He's acquired. Yeah, he acquired her. Yeah. I sometimes, folks, I pick up things that I don't know why I pick them up. Like if you see what's behind there, in the very back. Yep, yeah. I got now that one. I paid $2.
Yeah, I paid $10 for this figure.
I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it's from the movie. It's fire. It's It's better than the movie.
Hey, Marvel, if y'all are watching, don't take my channel. That was the Big JB that said that. That wasn't me that said that.
I'm the king of hot takes tonight.
That was the Big JB that had that hot take that said that. Not me. Do not take my channel. I think I saw that movie, and I don't think I hated it. I can't say 100% that I remember it, but I think I did. I didn't hate it. I do know that. I did not hate it. Did we cover everything from the notes that you had there?
For me, I've gone through all my notes. My favorite figures of the year. I talked about my Justice Society. I talked about my 2-pack. I talked about the FF movie wave.
Look at that, folks.
I'm covered, man.
We covered. Brother Seaberry, is there anything that you feel that we missed?
Since they keep reissuing Build-A-Figures,
oh boy,
can y'all give me the damn Warlock? New Mutants Warlock, not Adam Warlock. The New Mutants, quirky, goofy little kid.
Oh, bring him back, man.
Yeah. I may have to look that up. I don't know who that is. Remember, I'm here with Comic Legends, so I don't know who that is.
Hey, you're a comic legend, man.
No, I just started. I back in the day, I did.
Yeah, man. Like
you guys are the legends of comics.
Cause see, I wasn't hardcore when his Build-A-Figure wave came out.
Warlock.
And every time I see it, it's like 60 to 70.
I feel like I haven't even seen a photo of that figure in a while. Pull it up.
Yeah. I'm just like, since y'all on this re-release wave, man, go on give us this Warlock, dude. Like.
And just so you all know, it's
such a majestic figure.
Next to Brother Seaberry, you see, I still have not opened it, and I'm not gonna open it to the guy that wants me to open that right there. That Apocalypse will never get opened. Okay.
I'm sure you've seen him around.
You know what? I seem to remember this. Let y'all see. You can see the picture. I seem to remember that.
Man, it's one of my favorite characters, man. Like you know, cause I was subscribed to New Mutants around the time the book kind of morphed and became X-Force, and you know, Cable kind of became the star of the book. Honestly,
I'm going to eventually open the figures on the bottom. That you guys can't see them, but that's my Spider-Man wave down there. But I need Spider-Man. To be honest with you, I know you said, "How you have a wave without Spider-Man?" It happens.
It was hard to find those Spider-Mans from that. I didn't get the 3-pack that came out. I've been hunting them down individually. I had Andrew first on the card, and then I got Toby, and I've got 2 Toms in my storage unit that I still need to open one of them so I can.
I feel like I should get a Tom only because I actually do like him.
I was hating on him for too long, and then I was like, no, he's great.
Eventually, folks, when I make my Spider-Man shelf, I will bake one. At that point, I will do it. I'm waiting on another Kingpin before y'all ask me. I already said it. Yes, he's re-released, and then when I get that Kingpin, I'll open it. That one is not getting opened.
I have a loose Kingpin. I have a loose Anti-Venom.
Chameleon. I will make an amazing shelf when the time is right. But until
I have Spider-Man Unlimited in package too.
I have him.
It's a good wave.
I got that wave. I think Kane was the only one I missed out that wave. Black Cat was out of this other thing, Game Reverse.
I have the Green Goblin now too.
They just put
the normal one or the crack. Listen, y'all came from me in these comments about Green Goblin. I'm gonna tell y'all it's true. Go look at the Green Goblin.
I got the crack one.
Go look at the crack one. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
I bought it at GameStop recently.
That new Green Goblin, where that man's eyes are. Thank you. That man's eyes are like about to bust out of his head. It's creepy. Like it doesn't look like Green Goblin that I know. Green Goblin looks crazy, but he doesn't look like a heroin addict. So I don't understand the eye. I don't get that one.
Yes.
It's like that ruined it. I was gonna buy it. I said it on the chat last. I was going to buy it, and then I saw that and I said, no freaking way. The eyes are. I can't because I have to look at it. You guys know I like the part of we eat with our eyes. Like everything. Everything's visual, right? So when you walk in this room and relax, how would you think I feel if I come in here and it's supposed to be my sanctuary and I turn around and somebody's just looking at me like it's creepy.
I've never owned the Green Goblin.
I only ever had the Diamond Select Green Goblin. But
doesn't look like none of them. But none of them look like that one.
No.
That Marvel Legends one, just weird. Like this one's creepy too.
I like this one. I like this one a lot. I honestly, I gotta find mine. I know I own this. It's so different. It's one of those, costuming choices they made. Where if I could get a good head swap on him for something a little bit more comic booky, I'd put him on my shelf.
And I have the Doc Ock, which shout out to my man River Billiam who talked to me about the Mezco Doc Ock. That's a cool looking Doc Ock.
It's a great figure. All those
See?
kind of retro look Mezcos. The last year they did for DC they did a couple retro ones, and for Marvel, I like them all. I just
the price Mezco, it's one of those things where it's an expensive thing, right? And I won't give Mezco grief. I don't want you to think it's just the price, right? It's what you get for the price. I don't typically give, because I know what I'm going to hear in the comments. You don't say that about Hot Toys, they're expensive. I don't complain for what I get for that Hot Toy. I cannot complain about that. Go look him up yourself. Go look up Hot Toys yourself. You're going to get your money's worth. 9.5, I think 10 times really, but at least 9.5 times out of 10, you're going to get your money's worth. So I'm not mad about it. It's to Brother Seaberry's point, there are regular figures, then there are premium figures. Hot Toys falls in premium.
Yeah.
And so the answer to that, like Joaquin said, it's not that expensive. It's okay to say, I just can't afford it. There's no crime in that. I would like a Lamborghini. I just can't afford it. I'm not going to say a Lamborghini is too expensive. I just can't afford it.
Well,
I'm just using the Lamborghini as an example.
But see, now I know like what the upkeep is on a Lamborghini. And I feel like even if I was balling, I'd probably be like, I don't know.
It's okay to say you just can't afford something. In this economy, you absolutely can say, I just can't afford it. But don't cop, when I say cop out, don't blame someone. Like if you work for Hot Toys, for instance, if you looked at it, these gentlemen know because they've seen it and they've touched it. That can't be cheap. I mean, if I was a sculptor and worked on that, you'd have to pay me for that. Something like that just can't be cheap. It just can't. If we're gonna pay $30, I'm not ragging because I like these guys. But if we're gonna pay $30 for this, right, and we're gonna pay $60 for this, and we're gonna pay $150 for Mezco, right? I just gave you 3 different examples. If we're gonna spend that kind of money, how much is that? Because none of these guys are wearing real clothing. None of these guys are 13 inches tall. None of them have an actual base and a background with them. So let's just be honest about it. So it's okay for premium. That's why it's called premium. Don't shame people for going to Ollie's. Don't shame people for buying premium stuff.
Hey, I do. Hey,
when you get the Caesar salad from Olive Garden, and you get the Caesar salad from the fancy restaurant, and when you get the Caesar salad from the gas station, that you're dealing with 3 different kinds of Caesar salad. I think that's the way I like to view it. It's like I look at my Cabal 3-pack Doctor Doom. I look at my 3.75-inch Marvel. I guess was that Marvel Select back in the day? Yeah, that Doctor Doom, and I looked at this. 3 different kinds of Doctor Dooms right there.
Yeah,
judging it off the case by case.
And he's being not re-released, but that new one that might have been the one you guys were just talking about, the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out next year.
Okay.
He's got white or something.
He's got a white cloak, the God Emperor Doom.
I think that's what it is. He hits he's February or something.
I've got that from when he first came out.
Yeah, me too. I call it Icy White Doom.
And what's weird? Don't think before we get out of here, Hasbro, you're not slick. Okay, because when you first announced this figure, and I can show you because I got the picture. I'm only mad because I ordered this ahead of time. But this was not due until next year. I don't know how you guys moved it up to get money out of people. Y'all got to cut that mess out. It was on Big Bad Toy Store as February. That's when this was. And now all of a sudden, I just get a notification. Hey, your item is getting ready to ship. I say, you got to be kidding me. It's February. So that makes me wonder.
Could they be early? No.
That makes me wonder, are you going to do the same thing with that Black Widow? Because there's a Black Widow that's supposed to come out around the same time in that lot with him.
That's the Jim Lee Black Widow. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if y'all did that. But folks, I want to thank you for joining us while we went through the whole gamut here in this amazing episode of Catch the Fade. I want to thank my guest, the one and only talented Brother Seaberry right there. Brother Seaberry, if they're listening, where can they find Brother Seaberry?
You can find me on Instagram at Marcus Seaberry. That is Markus. Seaberry. And also follow my friends at Kaiju World Order, wherever you listen to podcasts. Currently, I'm on Kickout Kaiju. Basically, we would tell you to watch the match. You would turn down that volume. And me and my good buddy Chris Eaton would be your alternative commentary. Right now, we are doing a deep dive going through season 1 of Lucha Underground.
That sounds good.
I had forgotten a lot of stuff, so some of it was like watching it for the first time again for me. Pretty fun. Like I said, check us out wherever you listen to podcasts. And I am an actor, a 21-year veteran of the Memphis independent film scene. So, just look for me in, some of your favorite, micro budget or independent films.
There you have it. I'd also like to thank my very special guest, also the one and only, the Big JB. And the Big JB, for anyone that's looking for you, where can they find you besides the mom and pop shops for this comics?
Yeah, man. Well, glad to be back as always. Again, with another friend of mine, Marcus, who I've known him as an actor longer than I've known him as a nerd. But because we go way back. But nowhere definitely yet. But I will say in 2026 I'll be launching my new YouTube channel, Comic Informant. So check me out.
Plug it again, definitely. Plug it again. We will be watching. I'm definitely going to be one of the first to subscribe to that.
Man,
I appreciate it, man.
I'm trying to be a guest on that thing.
And we're going to do our Nerdcore album soon enough.
Yes,
We've been plotting.
Yes, the Nerdcore album.
We got some nasty flows talking about those Hasbro toys from the 80s coming at you when we finally get this project unlocked. I just got to get in the lab.
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
when you get this trio together, something fun's always going to happen. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Ra, for having us back on the show.
It's an honor, gentlemen.
And
it's an
letting us
honor.
catch a fade with you tonight, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank my guest on behalf of them, on behalf of the Strong Guy.
And the Super Scroll.
And the Super Scroll, on behalf of that, and even Cat Beast. I would certainly like to tell you guys thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, please continue to stay collecting. Please continue to stay tuned. And above all, stay great. I'll catch you the next time we catch a fade.